What's up, everybody? We're back. I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Marshana Dahlia, 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, the finale, episode 15. This is part 2. We're going to jump right in and talk about some more couples from last night. And Jovi and Yara is the first one we're going to start with after an explosive night at the strip club. Before that, they had a great time at a Russian restaurant where Yara felt at home and actually heard and appreciated. They actually slept in different beds after getting back from this huge fight at the strip club because Yara felt so disrespected.
You know, up until this point, I've really supported Jovi because I agree that when you become a new parent, there's a level of adjustment and feeling almost a mourning of the life that was before and the freedom that you had. So I can relate to him having a job that takes him away for months at a time. When he comes home, he wants to connect with his wife one-on-one and be husband and wife and not necessarily mom and dad. Okay. However, taking her to a strip club to flirt with strippers in front of her face is beyond the pale. It is taking it too far. It's a level of disrespect. To me, I see that Jovi loves going out, loves drinking more than he loves Yara and Mila. And it's gone too far. And shout out to Jovi's mom for being able to recognize that her son is the one who wasn't ready. And it wasn't so much Yara. I think in the beginning we all thought it was Yara, but it really is Jovi.
I agree with you. I feel like Gwen is the MVP. So I had this tweet last night because I was like, Gwen is the first mother, usually almost the first mother in the 90 Day franchise that doesn't condone toxic behavior from their sons. Because we've watched cults and we've watched all this toxic behavior from their sons, and then the mothers justifying the behavior and not showing that their child is making a mistake. Gwen is showing that she is fully aware that Jovi is the main problem in this relationship. And I feel like mothers like that are needed because I said last night, a-holes exist because mothers encourage their toxic behavior from children up until adulthood. And no one has ever told them that this behavior is not right. So shout out to Gwen for being an amazing mom. She's raising a grown man right now. And I appreciate that. I appreciate her taking the side of his wife and child and showing him what's right is what's right.
Exactly.
All right, so we don't know what's going to happen with them because Yara said that she doesn't see how this is going to work. Jovi wants to try, but he also said in the same interview that he did that he's not going to change who he is, so I don't see how this is going to go anywhere. But we'll see. We'll see if they pop up on another spinoff somewhere or if they stay together. We'll have to see what happens on the tell-all. So let's talk about the IVF visit with Angela. So this was very, very, very strange. So Angela sees a doctor to talk about IVF and fertility, and she begins explaining to the doctor how Michael gave a sample as though the doctor didn't know how this process works, just to make us all cringe. You know, Angela has to make us all cringe. She's like, oh, well, he had to do so-and-so in a cup. And I'm like, Angela, she knows. She went to school for like 15 years. She knows exactly. This is her expertise. She knows exactly what he did. There's no need to waste any time on that. Skyla is done. She doesn't want to give anyone an egg. And then the doctor explains to her, this would be like your niece, cousin, auntie. And it's just odd. And the whole process isn't guaranteed and costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is going to end their marriage. I'm calling it right now. Michael said that he has to have a child. Angela said it cannot be with anyone but her. This is going to end their marriage.
I mean, I hope it ends their marriage, right? This marriage is not bearing any good fruit, and not just talking about children. It brings discord and stress to everybody. Angela is an absolute disgrace. I'm not even sure why we wasted the time last night in an episode that there was clearly more excellent footage that needed to be shown, that could have been shown, to sit here and talk about something that we all knew from 21 Jump Street was a dead end. I don't even want to waste any more time in the podcast talking about it because Angela disgusts me to no end, and this was just completely useless. We all knew, right? Okay, moving on.
Let's talk about the last breakup we saw last night. 2 breakups last night, but Tiffany and Ronald have basically broken up after he made the comment. Well, it was a huge argument, but the comment that broke the camel's back was when he said, stop saying that you're a single mother who does everything when your mother and family help you. And that sent Tiffany over the top, because she does feel that she is a single mother being in another country from her husband, and she does feel like she does a lot. She does change diapers, which Ronald refuses to do. So this really took them to a turn where they're realizing that there is no relationship here. There's just tension.
Okay, everybody was like, Marshana, you are vicious. on Twitter last night, but I am not going to hide my absolute loathing for Tiffany. I am Team Ronald, and I know. Wait, are you still there?
Yeah.
A call came in. I know Ronald is a guy who doesn't have a job, who cannot provide, who really doesn't have any proven track record of being a man who can really support and take care of his family. However, he was that when she married him, when she picked him up from rehab. I said it last night on Twitter, and I'm going to say it again. She deliberately chooses people that she knows for a fact are inferior in terms of finances and, station in life, because she loves the upper hand. She likes to control. She is a narcissist. She is submitting him to narcissistic abuse, and she loves having that leverage. She could never or would never be with somebody who is her equal or better, because then she would lose that leverage. This is the cost of life when you are this way and you prey on people that you deem to be inferior. I support Ronald. I support that he communicates well. I think he calls her out on her BS. I think that he really, she's met her match with him. She thought he was going to roll over and play dead with the way that she antagonizes him, criticizes him on a day-to-day basis. Now, I'm not saying that Ronald is the best catch out there. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, for all of y'all who was in my Twitters last night, what I'm saying is, this is the life that Tiffany chose on purpose, to just because she wants to maintain leverage. She likes keeping him under her thumb and under her heel. This is the cost. You don't get a man who's got money and is able to pay for the bills and pay for the diaper and fly you out when you choose someone that you can control. I'm sorry. That's not the way it works. There is no part of me that has any level of empathy for her at all.
Jeez. Well, I do want to say,
one more thing. Tiffany, where are your options? I hope you watch this podcast. Where are your options? You know, like I know, there is no one in their right mind that would ever be with you. Okay, and now that you got two kids by two different men down this road, where are your options? Not with your controlling, bossy, nasty demeanor. Not with the way you say, I'm the man in this relationship. I'm the brother. No one's going to be with you, and you know it. You don't have options. Now, listen, she went there with the intent to put the final nail in the coffin of their relationship. She wanted to leave South Africa before she even landed. She didn't want to go. She is the one who's bribing him, like, if you don't make me happy, I'm leaving. If you don't help me, I'm leaving. You didn't want to be there. So I hope whoever you're already with at home, because my spidey senses say you're already halfway into another relationship at home and you think you can do better, I guarantee you can't.
Okay, I just want to say one thing. In Tiffany's defense, that trip was made because Ronald made the statement to her, I want you to see how much progress I've made to become a better husband and father. So
made progress?
I do not.
He got the apartment. He was trying to show her something. He did something. Listen, it might not be enough, but did he make progress?
He's a 30-something-year-old man. He should have already had an apartment and a job.
She married him without the apartment and a job. That's my
I don't want anyone to think that I'm Team Ronald or Tiffany. I think they're both terrible, but I just feel like Tiffany is not saying anything about Ronald that isn't true. He just doesn't like to hear the truth. The truth irritates him.
Statements do we all agree that she married him when those statements were true? So she marries him and then tries to beat him for being the man that she married. It's not that he had everything together and then lost it and she's trying to course correct and get him back on path. He never had it. I don't understand this. Why would you marry somebody like that? George, your father, you have 3 children, one of which is a daughter. Would you want your daughter to pick up her spouse from the rehab facility and then be dancing on, make a baby with him immediately, and then be like, he's not helping me? Whose fault is that?
I agree. The red flags were there before she got pregnant and before she got married. And I do agree that shooting someone down all the time isn't the best way to motivate. So she wanted to motivate him, and tearing him to the ground, and then while he's on the ground, kicking him repeatedly is not a way to motivate someone. So I agree with you. But I also agree that once you have a child, and this is same with Jovi as well, you have to begin progress as a man. And sometimes you have to be pushed to be a progressive man and a better father and a better husband. I just do agree that the way she went about that is probably not the best way to get someone to make positive change.
She could have married him. She didn't have to make a baby with him 6 weeks into their marriage. These are all decisions that she made. And if we're to believe that she's the sane and well-adjusted one here, which I highly disagree. I think Ronald is the sane and well-adjusted one. I think Ronald communicates very effectively and very clearly. Yes, he's human. He blows up when she keeps nagging. She knows exactly what buttons to push with him. And she pushes them on purpose because she wanted to deliberately make the trip acrimonious, to say, well, look, I tried everything I could. It just didn't work. Stop. I hate when people put me through the dog and pony show. Say you don't want to be here and freaking leave. Do not cut him down, and deliberately make discord to prove why you're not there. You don't want to be there, and not wanting to be there is enough reason. Tiffany is exhausting. She is absolutely disgusting. She is absolutely deplorable. I don't know who could be with her. I don't even know how she ended up with a child as decent as Daniel. I'm going to accredit that to her mother and all the help that they may give, because Tiffany is absolutely despicable. Ooh, child.
Well, on that note, that's it for part 2. And I did hear a rumor on the tell-all that Ronald is going to reveal to us who Tiffany has been seeing in the United States. So, guys,
I knew it. I tell you, and I didn't even know that. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you she got home?
So make sure you guys are watching the tell-all next week, because we will be live tweeting. Ronald is going to reveal who this mystery man is. And you're all going to be surprised. I was very, very surprised when I heard this. And I'm not even going to comment anymore. I don't want to say anymore. I want everyone to know. But again, I'm not Team Ronald and I'm not Team Tiffany. And I think that them separating is a good idea. I do think that him saying that he's going to take her kids away is out of line. But again,
I hope he does.
He's upset. And I understand why he's upset due to the way he's been treated for this many years. People can only take being torn down for so long. And then you have to eventually start fighting back. If you keep poking a bear, the bear might not attack you at first, but after a while, he will claw you. And on that note, that's it, guys. That's it for 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. This was the finale of season 6, guys. This is crazy. So I am so happy you guys were with us. I'm George Mossey. My Twitter is now at George Mossey. This is my co-host, Marshana Dahlia. Her Twitter is at Marshana Dahlia. It'll be at the bottom, and make sure you live tune with us. The tell-all, 2-part tell-all starts next week. Make sure you join us. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you guys really, really soon.